Nasaan na ang kinita? Anak, nagtataka ka ba? Nagtaas ka ng presyo, tapos in-expect mo na lalaki na ang profit mo. Pero pagdating ng katapusan ng buwan, parang wala pa ring nagbago? O baka ganito, alam mong tumaas na ang gastos mo. Tumaas ang materials, tumaas ang sahod, tumaas din ang kuryente. So you raised your prices too, para fair, di ba? Pero pagtingin mo sa pera ng account mo, naku, halos pareho lang. Minsan, mas konti pa. Nakaka-frustrate, di ba? Kasi ginawa mo naman ang tama. You follow the advice. Pero yung feeling na yon na parang may butas ang bulsa mo, na parang umaagos lang na palabas ang pera mo pero hindi mo makita kung nasaan, that's not just stressful, anak. That's dangerous for your business. Or maybe, this one hits closer to home. Tinatanong ka ng partner mo, saan napupunta yung pera? And you cannot give a clear answer. Hindi dahil irresponsable ka, kundi dahil hindi mo talaga alam. Walang record na malinaw. Walang number na ma-point out. Ako anak, it took me many years and many mistakes to learn this. Most business owners believe that raising prices will fix shrinking profits. But that is rarely the real problem. Ang totoo, if you don't know where your money goes, kahit doblehin mo pa ang presyo mo, the problem stays. Kaya today, I'm going to expose 5 dangerous myths about pricing and profit. Hindi lang ito wrong beliefs, anak. These are the very things that is keeping your profit stuck. Para finally maintindihan mo kung bakit kahit na tumaas ang presyo mo, hindi lumalaki ang profit. Number 1, pag tumaas ang presyo, okay lang ang gastos. Have you ever raised your price but then realized that your costs went up at the same time and your profit stayed the same? Kung ganito rin kayo, hindi kayo nag-iisa. So let me tell you about this couple, si Ramil at si Malu. No, they have been selling industrial tools for almost a decade na. Wrenches, drills, safety equipment, yung mga ganong klaseng bagay. No, a few months ago, yung suppliers nila nagtaas ng presyo. Kaya sabi ni Ramil, itaas na rin natin yung benta natin. Of course, Malu agreed, di ba? And so, they added around 15% across all their products. Pero, eto yung hindi nila nakita. Yung shipping costs nila, tumaas din. Yung packaging materials got more expensive as well. So, even the delivery fees from their freight company also increased. Kaya yung cost ng bubble wrap para sa drills, tumaas. Yung fuel surcharge ng trucking tumaas din. Kaya yung 15% na dinagdag nila, kinain lahat ng bagong gastos. Halos wala na silang na-gain. Napaaray na lang silang pareho. And they were confused. Ramil kept saying, nag-increase na nga tayo eh. Pero nung umupo na sila at nilista nila yung every single cost from warehouse rent to shrink wrap to diesel for their delivery van, they realized that they were only tracking the buying price. You see, hindi nila alam kung magkano ang total cost per item pag nakarating na sa customer. Kaya ang lesson, just because you raised your prices does not mean na tataas yung iyong profit. Kaya if you raise your selling price pero hindi mo alam ang buong cost, you are just guessing. And guessing is not a business strategy. Nako, mahirap yan anak ha. Pangalawa, malaki ang benta pero walang natitira. Alam mo yung feeling na ang dami mong binibenta pero parang wala pa ring pera sa dulo? Baka ikaw yan. Baka ikaw rin ganito. Tulad ng couple na to na si Sander at saka si Nina. Meron silang minanang pasalubong business from the parents of Nina. May dried mangoes, chicharon, ota, packs of other local delicacies. Second generation na sila eh. Every weekend, lalo na pag may piyesta or holiday, punuan ang shop nila. Sobrang daming customers. Kaya Nina was proud because the cash register was always busy. Ang dami nating benta, sabi ni Nina. Diba? Ang saya nga naman, no? Pero Sander noticed something. At the end of the month, yung pera nila sa bangko hindi nag-match sa volume ng sales. They were selling a lot, yes, pero ang daming freebies na ibinibigay, may dagdag dito, may bonus doon. Pag suki, binibigyan ng extra pack, pag relative discounted price, pag kumpare, hindi na sinisingil ang delivery. Hindi dahil may system sila for it. It was just pakiramdam, pakikisama. Suki naman eh, kamag-anak naman eh. Nahihiya naman akong magsingil. So, yung kanilang revenue looked good on the surface, pero ang profit, nako, manipis na manipis. Kasi they were giving away their margin without realizing it. The lesson here is this: just because you are selling a lot, that does not mean that you're earning a lot, ha? You see, revenue or sales is not profit. Pag hindi mo alam kung magkano ang nawawala sa bawat extra na binibigay mo, you will always feel like you're working so hard for nothing. Pangatlo, may gastos na hindi mo nakikita. Have you ever checked your expenses and thought everything was accounted for? Pero bakit kulang pa rin? Maybe you can relate to this couple, si Lizelle at saka si Darwin. They run a wellness spa. Massage, facial treatments, scrubs, the whole experience. Their business looked good. Clients kept coming back and they even opened a second branch. Pero si Lizelle started noticing na every month may biglang gastos na hindi nila inaasahan. Tulad ng aircon repair 1 month. Next month, yung therapist naman tumawag at may sakit daw siya for a week. So they had to refund clients. Then there was a time that they ran out of massage oil midweek because nobody tracked the inventory. And these were not big expenses on their own, ha? Pero nung inadapt ni Lizelle yung mga over 3 months na bagay, na gastos, she was shocked. It was almost the same amount as one therapist's salary for the whole quarter. Grabe kalaki. Kaya, of course, Darwin did not believe it at first. Sabi niya, hindi naman ganun kalaki yun, he said. Pero the numbers don't lie. The problem was that they only tracked their fixed expenses like rent, salaries, and supplies that they order regularly. Pero yung mga unexpected costs, hindi recorded. Kaya they never saw the full picture. Anak, eto yung lesson. What you don't see is what is slowly draining you. Yes, yung mga maliliit na untracked costs, silent profit killers yun. They don't look dangerous one by one. Pero kapag sabay-sabay, they eat your margin alive. And I'm sure that's something you want to avoid, right? Pang-apat, partners, pero walang boundaries. Sino ba talaga ang may hawak ng final decision? Sino ang accountable kung may mali? If this sounds familiar, it's because this is one of the most common traps business owners fall into. Ito yung couple na si Jopeth at saka si Pauline. They make and sell furniture and home decor, tables, shelves, custom cabinets, decorative pieces. Si Jopeth ang nag-handle ng production while Pauline handles the selling and the money. One time, Jopeth bought a new set of wood finishing materials. Mahal, pero maganda naman ang quality, sabi niya. Pauline did not know about it until she checked the account and saw the debit. Bakit ang laki ng gastos this week? Tanong niya. And that started a fight. Jopeth felt like he should not have to ask permission for materials that he needed for production, di ba? And as for Pauline naman, sabi naman niya, bakit blindsided ako? Because she was just budgeting based on last month's expenses. Alam mo, pareho naman silang tama, di ba? Pero pareho rin silang may hindi nakikita. You see, wala silang malinaw na spending agreement. Walang budget per department, walang limit na beyond this amount, we talk first. So every month, may surprise na gastos. And every surprise became an argument. That can become toxic, right? Hindi naman dahil hindi nila mahal ang isa't isa, kundi dahil walang structure sila sa pera. The money just moved without a plan. And when money moves without a plan between husband and wife, trust gets damaged, even if nobody did anything wrong. What this teaches us is simple. Silence about money eventually becomes conflict about money. Kaya when couples run a business together without clear money rules, every expense becomes personal. And that does not just hurt the business, it hurts the relationship. We don't want that to happen, right? Number 5, kumikita ka pero lifestyle ang umuubos. Nagtataka ka ba kung bakit ang business mo ay busy pero ikaw mismo ay walang ipon? Nakaka-relate ka ba? Kasi ganito rin ang nangyari kay Raymond at saka kay Anne. They run a cleaning services company and they serve residential and commercial clients. For the first 2 years, they were careful with money. They drove a simple car, they lived simply, then the business started growing. More clients came in, kaya revenue doubled. So, Raymond upgraded their service vehicle. Si Ann naman renovated their small office. They started eating out more. Bumili sila ng bagong gadgets for the business. Pero pati personal gadgets kasama na rin. Kaya naman natin they told each other. But they were not separating personal spending from business spending. The business account was also their personal account. So, when a big client delayed payment for 2 months, nako, they were caught off guard. Hindi sila ready. They had to borrow money to cover payroll for their cleaners. Kaya Raymond was super frustrated. Dami naman nating clients. Bakit walang pera? But the answer was simple. Yung lifestyle nila grew faster than their profits. They were spending based on revenue, not based on what was actually left after expenses. Ang lesson, huwag mong gastusin ang kita na hindi mo pa nakukuha. When your personal lifestyle grows based on how busy you are and not on actual profit, you will always feel broke no matter how many clients you have. And that's the hard truth, anak. So, I hope these stories made you stop and think for a moment. Because raising your prices is not wrong. But if that's your only answer every time your profit feels small, baka may mas malalim na problema. Baka hindi mo nakikita ang lahat ng gastos. Baka pinamigay mo ang margin mo nang hindi mo namamalayan. Baka naman ang lifestyle mo ang kumakain sa negosyo mo. Or baka kayo ng partner mo, pareho kayong nagtatrabaho ng sobra pero walang malinaw na usapan tungkol sa pera. Itong mga problemang to, they don't fix themselves, and they don't go away just because your sales are going up. In fact, the more your business grows, the bigger these problems become if you don't see them now. So, ask yourself tonight, do you truly know where every peso goes in your business? Not just the big expenses, but all of it. Kasi kapag malinaw ang numbers, malinaw ang decisions. Kaya, tandaan always be business-minded, Pinoy.